Part 1. The meeting in the heart of a bustling city, where skyscrapers reached for the heavens and the streets pulsed with life, lived an aspiring painter named Max. He was a man of quiet determination, spending his days in a small, cluttered studio on the top floor of an old building. Max's art was his passion, but lately, he had felt a creative block that he couldn't overcome. His canvases remained blank, and his brushes untouched. One evening, as Max wandered through a local art gallery, he saw her. She was standing alone, gazing intently at a painting. Her presence was magnetic, drawing him in. She had a timeless beauty, with long, dark hair cascading down her back and eyes that seemed to hold the secrets of the universe. Max couldn't take his eyes off her. Gathering his courage, he approached her. "Beautiful, isn't it?" he said, referring to the painting she was admiring. She turned to him and smiled. "Yes, it's captivating. I'm Eva." "Max," he replied, extending his hand. They shook hands, and an electric spark passed between them. "Do you come here often?" "Sometimes," Eva said. "I find inspiration in these paintings." "And you?" "I'm a painter," Max admitted. "But lately, I've been struggling. I haven't been able to create anything worthwhile." Eva's eyes lit up. "Maybe you just need a new muse." Part 2. The inspiration. Over the next few weeks, Max and Eva spent a lot of time together. They explored art galleries, visited museums, and walked through the city's parks. Eva's presence was a breath of fresh air for Max. She was intelligent, curious, and had a unique perspective on life that fascinated him. One afternoon, as they sat in a cafe, Eva asked, "Why don't you paint me?" Max was taken aback. "You want to be my muse?" "Why not?" Eva replied with a playful smile. "Maybe I can help you find your inspiration again." The idea intrigued Max. He agreed, and they arranged for Eva to come to his studio the next day. When she arrived, Max was ready. He had set up his easel, prepared his paints, and cleared a space for her to pose. As Eva settled into the pose, Max began to paint. At first, he was nervous, unsure if he could capture her essence on canvas. But as he worked, he found himself becoming absorbed in the process. Eva's presence seemed to awaken something inside him, and his creativity flowed freely. Hours passed, and Max lost track of time. When he finally stepped back to look at his work, he was astonished. The painting was unlike anything he had ever created. It was vibrant, alive, and full of emotion. Eva's likeness was captured perfectly, but there was also something more, a depth and intensity that he had never achieved before. Eva stood up and walked over to the painting. "It's beautiful," she said softly. "You've captured something special." Max felt a surge of pride. "It's because of you," he said. "You've inspired me in a way I never thought possible." Part 3. The transformation. With Eva as his muse, Max's creativity blossomed. He painted her in various poses, capturing different aspects of her personality and beauty. Each painting was a masterpiece, and soon, word of his work began to spread. Art critics and collectors took notice, and Max found himself in the spotlight. As his career took off, Max and Eva grew closer. Their relationship deepened, and they became inseparable. They spent their days together, exploring new places and finding inspiration in the world around them. Eva's presence was like a guiding light for Max, illuminating his path and helping him navigate the complexities of his art and life. One evening, as they sat on the rooftop of Max's building, watching the sunset, Eva turned to him. "Max, there's something I need to tell you." Max looked at her, concern etched on his face. "What is it?" Eva took a deep breath. "I've been offered a job in Paris. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't pass it up." Max felt a pang of sadness. He knew this day would come eventually, but he wasn't ready to let her go. "When do you leave?" he asked, his voice tinged with sorrow. "In 2 weeks," Eva replied. "I don't want to leave you, Max. But I also can't ignore this opportunity." Max nodded, understanding her dilemma. "I want you to follow your dreams, Eva. I'll miss you, but I know this is important for you." They spent the next 2 weeks cherishing their time together, creating memories that would last a lifetime. Max continued to paint, capturing their moments together on canvas. Each painting was a testament to their love and the inspiration they had found in each other. Part 4, The Departure. The day of Eva's departure arrived, and Max accompanied her to the airport. As they stood at the gate, Max felt a mixture of emotions, sadness, pride, and a deep love for the woman who had transformed his life. Eva hugged him tightly. "Thank you for everything, Max. You've given me so much more than you can imagine." Max held her close, not wanting to let her go. "And you've given me everything, Eva. I'll never forget you." They shared a final kiss, and then Eva was gone, leaving Max with a heart full of memories and a newfound sense of purpose. He returned to his studio, determined to continue creating and honoring the inspiration that Eva had brought into his life. Part 5, The Legacy. Over the next few years, Max's career flourished. His paintings were celebrated and exhibited in galleries around the world. He continued to draw inspiration from his memories of Eva, and his work reflected the depth of their connection. One day, Max received a letter from Eva. She wrote about her life in Paris, her successes, and the new experiences she was having. She also shared how much she missed him and the time they had spent together. Enclosed with the letter was a photograph of one of Max's paintings hanging in a prestigious gallery in Paris. Max felt a surge of pride and happiness. Despite the distance, their bond remained strong. He wrote back, sharing his own achievements and expressing how much he missed her. As time passed, Max and Eva kept in touch, their letters serving as a reminder of their enduring connection. They both continued to pursue their dreams, always carrying a piece of each other in their hearts. Part 6, The Reunion. Years later, Max received an invitation to exhibit his work in Paris. It was a dream come true, and he eagerly accepted. As he prepared for the trip, he couldn't help but think of Eva and the possibility of seeing her again. When Max arrived in Paris, he was greeted by the city's vibrant energy and rich artistic heritage. The gallery where his work was to be exhibited was a prestigious venue, and he felt honored to have his paintings displayed there. On the opening night of the exhibition, Max stood in the gallery, surrounded by his work. The room was filled with art enthusiasts, critics, and collectors. As he mingled with the guests, he couldn't help but scan the crowd for a familiar face. Then, he saw her. Eva stood at the entrance, her eyes fixed on him. Max's heart skipped a beat, and he hurried over to her. "Eva," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "Max," she replied, her eyes shining with happiness. "It's so good to see you." They embraced, the years of separation melting away in an instant. They spent the evening catching up, sharing stories of their lives and careers. Max felt a sense of completeness he hadn't experienced in years. As the night drew to a close, Max and Eva walked through the streets of Paris, hand in hand. They talked about their dreams and the future, realizing that their connection was as strong as ever. Part 7, the new chapter. Max decided to stay in Paris, inspired by the city's artistic spirit and the chance to be close to Eva. They found a small apartment together, a cozy space filled with light and warmth. Max set up a new studio, where he continued to paint, drawing inspiration from the city's beauty and his rekindled love for Eva. Their life together in Paris was a blend of creativity, passion, and adventure. They explored the city's art scene, attended gallery openings, and traveled to new places. Eva's presence continued to inspire Max, and his work flourished like never before. One day, as they sat in their favorite cafe, Max looked at Eva and said, "I want to paint you again." Eva smiled, her eyes sparkling. "I'd love that, Max." They returned to their apartment, and Max set up his easel and paints. As Eva posed, Max felt the same sense of inspiration and connection that he had felt years ago. He poured his heart into the painting, capturing not just Eva's likeness, but the essence of their love and shared journey. When the painting was finished, Max and Eva stood side by side, admiring the work. It was a masterpiece, a testament to their enduring bond and the inspiration they had found in each other. Epilogue: the masterpiece. Max's painting of Eva became one of his most celebrated works, a symbol of their love and the power of inspiration. It was exhibited in galleries around the world, touching the hearts of all who saw it. As the years passed, Max and Eva continued to create and inspire each other. Their life together was a beautiful blend of art, love, and adventure. They never stopped exploring, dreaming, and finding new ways to express their passion for life and each other. In the end, Max realized that the true masterpiece was not just the paintings he had created, but the life he had built with Eva. Their journey together was a work of art, filled with moments of beauty, joy, and inspiration. And so, Max and Eva lived their lives as artists and lovers, forever inspired by each other and the world around them. Their story was a testament to the transformative power of love and the endless possibilities that come from finding one's muse.